What's up? What's up, Solar Warriors? What's up, Solar Warriors? Today is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. My name is Jarrett McAllister, the virtual Solar Pro, and this is Tuesday Training. I'm alongside my co-host, Tom Cotter, Jonathan Bernasso. Gentlemen, it's good to see you. It's been about 2 weeks.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody, depending on where you're at. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Happy Tuesdays. Summer's in full effect. It is hot everywhere on this planet, and the sales numbers and proposals are also heating up. So good news, guys, for sure.
They are hot. They are hot. Sales have definitely picked up. We've seen a huge spike, and for a numerous amount of reasons, right? Whether it's pricing of panels and have come down, better interest rates, new loan and lease products, new products just in general. Tesla Powerwall 3s bring your prices down, and savings can be found across the country. So good time to be in solar. But let's kick this off like we do every single week, shall we? We're going to jump right into success stories. So if you have one, we'd love to hear from you. If you overcame some adversity to make a sale, we love hearing those stories. Mr. Joseph, is it Martasek? How do you say your last name?
Martasek.
Yeah, Martasek. There it is.
Martasek.
Yeah, great to be here, guys. Joseph Martasek. Actually, just killing it, man. I'm just, the platform is just coming to life for me right now. I mean, I'm on the leaderboard again. I'm striving to move forward. I got a deal here yesterday or the day before. Just, feeling the love, man. I feel like I can stay in that top 10. That's what my goal is, to stay in that top 10 now that I've already been there. Now it's like an addiction, and the other thing I'll have to say is, when I'm faced with challenges now, I love challenges, because with challenges, I overcome things, and I feel like I get stronger and stronger with dealing with things, and just really excited, man. Things are really happening.
Absolutely. And when you do overcome, challenges, it makes it that much more rewarding, right? And, we're in the business to solve problems. The days of like, here's my high bill, I have a perfect roof, I don't have any trees, and yeah, I'd like to cut my bill in half. I'm not going to say they're gone, but they're few and far between. Typically, you're going to come up against some sort of adversity. And when you do overcome those hurdles and help out a homeowner, it really is extremely rewarding, and we get paid handsomely to do so. So thank you, Joseph, for sharing your win. Cynthia, next in line. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. Good morning, everyone. Slowly picking up for me over here in California, a little slower than I would have liked, but it's happening. It's starting to happen. It's starting to heat up. I sold a PPA yesterday, so very excited about that. I'm not a huge TPO seller, and I'm converting. I'm transitioning. So it was fun. This guy was 2 days away from his scheduled installation, canceled it with another company that was really massively overcharging him for a lease product, getting him 2 Tesla Powerwalls with backup for lower in price than non-backup batteries. So it's a win for him and a win for us.
Love that. Wow. And I was just saying, right? Price. I mean, the fact that you could do backup with a bigger size battery for cheaper than non-backup, it's incredible. And when you combine it with a PPA or a lease, now you're slapping a 25-year replacement warranty on Tesla products. It is a winning proposition. So kudos to you, Cynthia. Great job. Oh my God, so many hands are raised. It's because it's summer. There's so much success to go around. Tracy, what you got, girl? You, really quick, I know you were disappointed because we weren't on last week, and you texted me and you said, are we not doing the meeting this week? I said, no, we've moved everything to Wednesday for Finance is King. And you said, dang it, I want to share my success story. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I had a great success story on Tuesday. I signed a deal in the morning for a family that has 6 kids. In California is actually a friend of a soccer family of mine. So happy to able to get him some savings starting coming up the summer. And then I also had an install on the same day. The installers were Got Watts. Seriously, the best installers I've had in the area. So if you're in the Bay Area, Got Watts is definitely one of the installers to go after. They are very, very well educated. And then after that, I had 3 more proposals last week, hopefully signing 2 more this week and a bunch more in the pipeline. So I'm rocking and rolling in California. So I love it.
You are crushing it, Tracy. And I'm so glad you were able to come on and share that. And yes, just to back up what you were saying about Got Watts, I'll just interject real quick. My success story last week, met with a referral from an install from my first Got Watts install. This is her 3rd referral, met with me one time, and he decided to move forward as well. I was able to cut his bill in half. So yeah, if you are in the Bay Area, Northern California, they are crushing it. East Bay specifically, definitely tag them on your install projects. You will end up getting multiple referrals from their white glove service. Mr. Foster, what's up, Jarrett? How you doing, homie?
Hey, I'm doing great, doing great. So anyways, good to see everybody online here. And just wanted to share, yeah, so last week was a power week for me. We had three sales, and it's really because, you know, when you pour into your team wants to go out and perform, right? So because of that, I'm first time on the leaderboard. So I was second yesterday. Today I'm third. So I got to go get something done. But I've got a lot in the pipeline right now, and a lot of people really getting out there, real estate agents getting out there, and that I'm partnered with and going to make it happen. So you know, most of them were TPO, got one cash deal from an agent, and then one of them was a personal deal. So so yeah, so having a great time and just putting numbers on the board, and got some more to put on by the end of the month.
Keep it up, brother. Yeah, man. And pedal to the metal. Love seeing you at the top of the leaderboard. But there's a lot of heavy competition out there. So all gas, no brakes. Mr. Foster, great job, man. Mr. John Bobness. Hello, sir. Good day.
My man, Jarrett. How are you? How you doing today, my friend?
I'm living the dream, brother.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks, guys, for having me on. Real quick, Saturday, I went and delivered some thank you for your business gifts to some folks with the intention, and Jonathan Bernasso will appreciate this, of sharing that we've partnered with Prosperity Homes. And every client asked me the same thing. They all, you know, obviously I let them talk, get an update on them and their family, you know, that chat it up a bit. And then they say, what are you up to? And I say, well, we just partnered with Prosperity Homes. Everybody asked the same thing. What's Prosperity Homes? So I just wanted to share that with this group because that's huge. We've been partnered with them for years, but if the clients don't know, they don't know what they don't know. So I said, I'm really excited. I am only a couple of jobs away from being able to build a home in Mexico for a needy family that's unhoused currently. And our company is so philanthropic that that's the way we're leading the charge. We're actually lowering our margins so that we can build more of these solar projects to help people mitigate some of these inflation issues that they're having. Not that you know anybody, but if you do, now's the time to introduce me to them. Literally both homeowners immediately took out their phone and introduced me on the spot. So I was like, yes, this is exactly what needs to happen. I got 2 appointments booked this week. So from those, and then another one was somebody said, hey, solar's no good. You know, you don't want to put solar on a roof. And I told the homeowner, I said, look, why don't I come out and check it out? See what your roof looks like. You know, obviously I don't want to make a claim I can't substantiate, but let's see what you got. I pulled out my little drone and we did some stuff and looked at it, sent her some pictures, and she ended up signing up yesterday because she said nobody else went the above and beyond to check stuff out, and she felt comfortable with us, liked the high quality stuff we did. I'm just saying it's servant leaders like John Bernasso and Tom Cotter, and of course Mr. McAllister, who energize me and get me excited to do this stuff. And I'm excited to see us all winning. It's cool to see Power Pioneers lighten up like that. But thanks for having me on.
Crushing it, John. Always going the extra mile for your homeowners, and it definitely pays off. And leaning into that relationship with Prosperity Homes. I'll just give you guys a little tip. Anyone who's ever had me mentor a deal for them, they know part of my presentation, part of my slide deck is pictures of us down in Mexico building homes for these families and letting them know the culture here at Powur. I explained to them how, they send us out on what are called impact journeys to where we help these families in need. So definitely, if you are not talking about, our relationship with Prosperity Homes, you're missing the whole, company story portion of your presentation. So
I just want to comment on that real quick too, Jarrett. Guys, if you just saw my homeowner slide deck when I present solar, like Jarrett said, I mean, there's a picture of Jarrett and I in Mexico building a home. And it's just such a great reminder, John. Thank you. Because guys, tell your customers, hey, I'm trying to go to Mexico to be the top 30 in my company to build a home for a family sleeping on the floor that picks our produce and our flowers. Who do you know that I can help this summer? Right? Like, it's such a good reminder. And feel free to tell your clients that. They want to hear that. Don't be afraid to say that. You're trying to go down. Who can we help? Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
That's a great tip. And one last tip I would say after this meeting, post it on Facebook. Say, hey guys, I'm in a contest to go down and help families build homes in Mexico. It's a sales contest. People love sales contests, and people love you guys. Your friends love you, and they will go out of their way to help you. So definitely lean on that. All right. And then lastly, we have Vince Costa, my man. Good to see you, brother. Top of the mountain.
Yeah. So this has been an exciting week and a half or so for me. I know I'm only a tier 2, but within the next month, I'll be tier 3. And I have currently 6 deals in works. And that's the biggest number I've ever had. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've gotten 3 of them within the past week here. I'm working with Hayden Thompson. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him at all. Son to Mr. Thompson there. And he's been helping me for the first time I've really actually had kind of a mentor. I've been doing this for 10 years with Powur, and this is the first time I've actually had a mentor working with me to help me get all this stuff done. So it's very exciting for me. I'm so pumped right now. I'm so excited about what's going on with all of us. And, I've moved around a whole bunch. My number is 2315. That gives you some idea. I'll be 10 years with Powur this coming August. And so it, granted, I didn't really do much with it until I retired. If you want to call doing this retired, I guess. But this is fun for me. And it's just really exciting. If I can erase my 75 years worth of carbon footprint by getting enough solar on enough houses, I'll feel like I've managed to do what I was sent here to do. So thanks, guys.
Great job, Vince, and love that you're having all this success at this stage and having fun doing so. And man, we have a ton of fun over here. So love it, love it, love it. And thank you everybody for sharing your success stories. I know there's even more in the chat, but we will move on. We have a heavy day for you. So Tom, do you have a quote? Tom Cotter's Corner.
I do, but let me share. I got one more win. I have never done, since Powur started this, M1 elective, that you can get the M1 payment. So I sold a cash project and tested M1 payment for the first time just so I could see what that was like. So I signed this agreement at 4:46 p.m. Central on July 11th. So that's a Thursday. The site survey was complete and the deposit invoice was sent the next day, July 12th. And the design was sent to the homeowner. We're going to talk about that in a little bit because it's now the old process, but the design was sent to the homeowner on July 16th, Tuesday. And I got M1 payment. I was pretty surprised. I got it on July 17th, Wednesday at 8:04 a.m. So it was about 3.5 business days from when the contract was signed until I got my M1. It doesn't always happen like that, but this was a cash project, and it's nice to see, when the stars align and our processes work and things just move quickly.
How much was the M1, Tom?
It was $1,000.
Very nice.
$1,000. But I had a quote for today, and it's from Jim Rohn. A lot of you who study business and read about business have heard of him. He's an inspiration to a lot of people. Anyways, he said, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. So don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. So I think that hits home for a lot of us in the solar industry, and especially with what we're going to be talking about today, not just with power updates, but with industry updates. So success in our industry has never really been about finding an easier path, and especially right now, it's all about getting better at what we do. So instead of hoping for better leads or better net metering policies or less competition, really, this is a time in our industry for those who are serious about this as a career to focus on improving ourselves. So sharpen your pitch, get better at your follow-ups, stay on top of the latest tech like battery storage, and hopefully that leads us into our topic today of what we're going to be talking about. Back to you, Jonathan and Jarrett.
Right on. Thank you, Jarrett. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for the success stories. There it is right there. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Go to the gym every day, eat healthy, don't drink, whatever that looks like for you. I like that one, Tom. Thank you.
All right. Lama endorsement is pretty powerful.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and kick this off for us. So this is a little bit of the new look and vibe for Powur Hitters, and this is the Solar Warrior Tribe team collaboration every Tuesday, 10 Pacific. Everyone is welcome. Lots of updates, partners, trainings, and more. Covered success stories and Tom's Corner. So future trainings, always see powercalendar.com. The Tuesday team training here. Next week, we have Tesla. So Tesla was going to be on today, but we're moving them to next week. Also next week is Wednesday's masterclass. I'll say it in just a second. But for the Tuesday trainings, you can expect Tesla next week, a masterclass recap the following Tuesday. We're going to have Alex Lara, Chris Bernasso give us some nuggets on CRM management, how you can take some steps to have a CRM, some texting campaigns, emailing campaigns, or even go high level if you're really advanced. And then August 20th, we're going to talk about Strengths Finder. John Wilson is going to come on and train us about that. He'll be mentioning it in the next week or two, but we're going to talk about the Gallup Strengths Finder. It's going to be really beneficial for you, relationships, business, your teammates, and then look forward to a women's selling panel and a Power World prep as we get ready for Power World. As always, this training, as well as market development call, should be on your calendar. Make sure to read the Monday newsletter, and a friendly reminder, feel free to use and leverage thesolarmodel.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's power explained in 15 minutes. It's the blog, it's our impact report, it's Inc. 5000 4 years in a row, why we make it easy to go solar, and have you heard the latest updates, a 4-minute video in 2024. It's a generic website. There's no cookies, landing page, anything at all. So feel free to use that, thesolarmodel.com. I am texting it out to canceled sellers. So people that were with Power and underneath me and my team, some of you guys maybe have canceled sellers. So they're going to be getting this 2024 updates video in the next few days. Okay. All of my canceled sellers are going to be getting this awesome video. All right. So speaking of Monday newsletters, we're going to touch on that in just a second. But a few other reminders, next important dates. As I mentioned, next week on Wednesday, July 31st, 9 to 1, Masterclass Live. Jonathan Budd will be on stage. There'll be important updates. August 24th, we have a Power Day in person. Local time is 10 a.m. And I know John Bobness is doing one. I know Headquarters in Carlsbad. A few guys are doing that one. So if you're doing one August 24th Power Day, put it in the chat. We want to know, attend, invite, and build into those. And then, of course, the next most important thing is our Power World Convention. Go to powerconvention.com. There's only like maybe 100 hotel rooms left. So you can get your ticket, your gala ticket, and get your hotel room in Florida, Orlando, September 19th through 21st. So do whatever you can to get it there and get your teammates there as well. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to the newsletter here. There's a few important things we really have to call out. And Tom, if you want to touch on the design process here in just a second. So you should have all got this. This one is huge. SunGage is our lender, one of our lenders that does loans, and they have a 20-year 899 for just a 2% dealer fee, guys. That's practically free. Not hardly any fees. Yes, it's a little higher rate. There's no prepayment penalty, but boy, I did the math. It's only $3 more than the 25-year 899 because the dealer fee is so low on this one. So lean into this one is my recommendation. That's a big reduction. And then as far as scope of work goes, Tom, you want to cover the scope of work and the homeowner designs here?
Yeah, let me mute a few people here that are coming off. So this went out obviously in the email yesterday, but it went live yesterday. So Power is rolling out a new scope of work confirmation process. So we're investing time and effort, into the scope of work earlier in the process to make everyone involved, be more prepared and confident when our crew shows up on the day of installation. So what this means for everybody is that Power no longer requires the homeowner to approve the design. I saw some chat on this yesterday. Power wasn't asking somebody to review the plan set, that they were sending out. It was really just the roof layout and the location of the equipment. So that's the same thing that we as the sellers are going to be responsible for now. So when this goes out, the seller is going to review everything, review the scope of work, and make sure that the layout on the roof is okay with the homeowner. Location of the equipment is okay with the homeowner. That gets more involved potentially when there is storage involved, but it's up to us to make sure that is good to go. And so keep in mind, the homeowner is no longer going to be approving that. It's up to us to review it, make sure it's correct. If there is a change after this, then it's a $500 cost. If it's solar, it's $1,000 cost if it's solar and storage. So make sure that everything is good to go. The whole purpose of this is to just make install timelines faster, right? Even when we're asking the homeowner to approve things, if they don't reply or they think, I just had one last week that they swore up and down that they replied to all, but I never got anything, and Power never got anything either. So they were just confused. So this is going to make things go faster.
So y'all have 48 hours once the designs are done to get it in the hands of the homeowner, get them to approve it, text it to them, email it to them, call them, and the job will continue to flow. If you don't say, please give me a few days, if you don't put the job on hold, if you don't need a rework, scope of work will be approved and move forward. So make sure to stay on top of your jobs when they reach designs done. Okay, so that is good news.
And
gentlemen, I have a quick question on that before moving on. Just a quick question.
Sorry,
no. Will Power now? Will they still be sending it? I mean, are they even going to send it to the homeowner? Are they going to send it to the sales rep? or is it just going to be a ticket note saying designs are in assets? Do we know how that's going to move forward?
It's a good question. The one that I just had, it was sent to the homeowner and to me.
Okay,
So
but they just don't have to approve it, because I would hope that Powur still sends the designs to the homeowner. And then there's just a 48-hour window, you know, whether we say that it's approved or not. It's not based on.
Yeah, look through the details in the knowledge base article. I haven't read through it yet. I just know that it's live as of yesterday.
I'll get with Brenton, maybe ask on the development market calls, and then we'll definitely ask on the operations monthly Monday call as well. That's a good advice. All right. So I'm going to keep going here, guys. Bill, did you have a question specific to that topic? If you want to.
I was just going to say that it's my understanding that it is putting it in our hands to make sure we coordinate with the homeowner to see that process through. There's a lot of things that happen in the glitch between the Powur reaching out to them and them, you know, not getting it. We have much more access to our homeowners. And so the idea is to say, we have it, and to go over and say, hey, here's your design. Is it okay? Is it good? We'll send it through. And that's just to speed up the whole process.
Right. Yeah, I'll try to get exact confirmation as to after the 48 hours, will Powur send it, or what the workflow would look like. Jarrett.
Yeah, so just question. So since this is kind of rolled out, and I've had a little bit of a challenge around this. So is it going to, because right now I have some that say that the design has been sent to the client, but it hasn't been sent to the client. Client doesn't have any email or anything like that. So are they gonna go back to those other ones and initiate this, or if they've been recently signed, or
it's new projects as of when it went live yesterday. Same process previously, but you can ask support if you want them to do something different.
Right. And just FYI too, there are some companies that do this. They give the designs to the seller and say there's 48 hours. Let us know if the homeowner approves it, and they put it in the hands of the seller. So I actually do like this. So we just have to make sure, guys, hey, I need another week. Put the job on hold. Hey, it's not approved yet, or hey, it's approved, full steam ahead. So the onus will just be on us. But as far as the workflow, who gets sent, when, we'll dial that in, and we'll confirm on the Monday operations call next week, I believe, should be the Monday forum. All right, let's keep it going. So obviously we're only 8 weeks away from Powur World. That's big in Florida, as we mentioned. SunGage Financial, read more about that 20-year 8.99 rate. And then why solar industry leaders are choosing to partner with Powur. So this is a really good blog to read. And let's go ahead and jump into this topic a little bit. So I just want to call out a few things going on in the industry. And if anyone wants to chime in or put in the chat as well, whether you think this is good or not, Titan, closes down operations files for bankruptcies. They're one of the largest nationwide installers over the last 10 years, and they're big. And so, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. This is leaving a lot of customers with questions and possible repair scenarios and different things like that. And ultimately, they just weren't keeping a sustainable business with all the headwinds going on. And thankfully, Powur's done what Powur's done in 5 years faster than any other nationwide company, and they still are very sustainable. Over $15-20 million in the bank, and able to scale up and down with the model. So Titan, guys, if you're familiar, has shut down. And then more recently, SunPower emailed all of their sales reps and teams and orgs basically saying, we're halting all lease PPA sales. All those jobs in flight are being paused. I believe they're attempting to move some of them to another company, is what I just heard yesterday. And if you look at the news here, a large company may be collapsing. The stock is crashing. some different chaos as far as the financing goes. And so, I think Cynthia just signed a deal because of a customer that was with SunPower, or one that said they were going to go with SunPower a month ago is now saying, okay, I'm ready to sign up with you. And so, this could be an opportunity to go back to old deals, could be an opportunity to sign up sellers looking to partner with a sustainable nationwide company. Probably not great for our industry overall. Another big company that's struggling, financially, sustainably. But that is the latest in the SunPower news as well.
They also sent out an email yesterday saying that they were no longer doing loans as well. So no SunPower financing. And what's happening in the industry, Jonathan's going to continue here, but it's not really a surprise. We've been saying that this type of thing, not specifically SunPower, or Titan, but we've been saying that this is what's going to happen, for the last 12 to 18 months as cost of money has gone up. And, it's just been more challenging for, the companies that are very, very cash flow sensitive, right? And that's what we see.
Yeah, and another thing is, you guys, you may need to clear up some confusion out there in the industry with homeowners, with reps. I had one of my installers call me concerned because he thought it was Sunnova and said, hey, we have a couple of these projects. We heard Sunnova's not doing leases and loans anymore, going out of business. And I had to correct him and let him know it's not Sunnova, it's SunPower. And, we have all these different companies with the SunNova, SunPower, Sunrun. So there may be some confusion out there that you guys have to clarify.
And that's a great point, Jarrett. If you guys want to do some posts on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, your clients and friends and family are wondering what's going on, and letting them know that there's some headwinds in the interest rates, in the financing markets. Companies like SunPower were selling leases and PPAs way too low. People were doing loans way too low underwater, and they weren't set up in a sustainable fashion. And there's too many strong headwinds right now causing this. And that's why you like partnering with Powur, a sustainable company. So good time to take advantage and let people know a little bit about what's going on out there. Read the blog post, share the blog post. And then lastly here, Renova Energy is one of the biggest solar companies in the Coachella Valley, Palm Desert area. And they're halting all operations because they were a pretty big SunPower dealer. And so SunPower is going to be taking out a few other companies in its wake, right? So if you know anyone that's worked at Renova, works at Renova, any other companies that were leaning into SunPower, could be an opportunity just to throw a lifeline like, hey, we have all the partners, all the lease TPO loan companies. We have the 23 states. We're locked in. We're doing, good work. We have a great warranty. We have lots of money in the bank. We don't have tons and tons of debt that we had from investors that we have to pay back. We chose not to grow in that type of way, like the Lumios, right, that are going under, and all the other companies that are struggling right now. We didn't go that path. So Renova Energy is another one that has totally halted operations amidst the SunPower fallout, if you will. So just want to give that update there. I think we should all be supportive and positive of each other, not have, salesy breath, recruiting breath, but just offer help, any value possible with what we have in front of us, and invite them to the Power Hours and the resources and the solarmodel.com and all that stuff. Anyone else want to add on to this topic?
No, while this kind of stuff is expected, it's kind of, it's very sad at the same time, because there's a lot of families, customers, and also employees of, these companies that are impacted, and they gotta figure out what to do next. So that's good advice, not to come in as the recruiter, but as the person that can, listen to them and, even help direct them someplace else, because they might not want to, build something for themselves. Some of these people that are looking for, other work, they just need to have a job, and Powur isn't going to be a good fit for them. They need somebody to tell them what to do every day.
Right.
Yeah. And the last thing I would just say is this is another testament to a decentralized platform in 2024. And thank God Powur was ahead of the curve. The old model just does not work anymore. And you guys are so blessed, and we are so lucky to be here on this platform that doesn't have to face these challenges. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got directors, executives out there that are, in the industry, who are moving around to different places, who are looking at, regional sales manager roles. So there's a lot of talent that's on the market, is my point. And so, for people who are interested in something different, something interesting like Powur, invite them to learn more, because we are doing something that is much different than what they've been experienced with in the past. And some people are going to love it. They get to choose their own hours. There's a lot of freedom, and they don't have to work for somebody else.
All right. Keep moving on here. Finish this newsletter. Powur Convention in Florida, as mentioned. The leaderboard. Let's pause for a second. And if you all know, there's a summer sales contest till the end of August. Guys, that's under a month and a half away. It's probably 5-6 weeks away tops. And as you know, you only need 12 points for personal sales to unlock thousands of dollars extra. So let's go ahead and check out a few awesome people here that are crushing it. Brian Jimenez, man, I don't know him personally too well, but boy, we need to get him on here because he's earned over $21,000 on the contest, 72 points. And if he takes first place, he's winning a car also, guys. And remember, the top 30 people get to go to Mexico here.
Yeah, that's in addition to commissions.
Yeah, plus commissions.
Yeah.
What the heck? Joel, 14,000, always going beast mode. Joel. Tyler, $12,000. Rhino Irwin in Hawaii, 5,700. Jay, Seth, William, Mark, Mitch, Raj, I think is on here. $2,000, 20 points. Nice work. Mike Craner on my brother's team, same thing, $2,000. Chris Collier, wow, Chris, $3,100. You're probably beating Owen Carey. Brian Oates here on my brother's team, $1,600. Owen Carey, $1,400. Jordan Shaw, $1,400. So again, it's just 12 points here. Jarrett, $1,200. John Wilson, $1,200. Joseph Martichek, $1,500. I love it. I love it. All these people earning hundreds and thousands of dollars extra on top of their commissions. And guys, we have 5 more weeks to go. There's all these people right here. Colby, Chris, Bill, Julian, Todd, Brandon, my boy, Genesis, all these people, myself, I got to get a sale this week and I'll be at 12 points. So we're all going to earn thousands of dollars extra. I love that. And then you can always look at the dashboard month to date here. Brian Jimenez just crushing it. 20 personal deals. What the heck? Joel, 9, Seth, 7, Mark, 7, Amber, 5. We got a lady on the leaderboard, 5 personal. Nice. And then recruiting side, we have another leader, TR. And then, of course, Zach Bach, TST team, Jordan Shaw, Jesse, Jonathan, Isidoro, Mike D, and Spencer and Andrew. Gosh, look at the TST team with Zach and all those guys and Spencer holding it down. Drew, Ishmael, Jared, leading the tier 3 mentors. Jarrett, Owen, shout out to you guys, crushing the tier 3 mentor sales. All right, that's some sales recognition. Summer of Champions continues. If you're going to make $1,200 and get 12 points, put it in the chat, guys. You have 5 more weeks to get an extra bonus here. There's some other promotions, scope of work confirmation updates, more in details here, so you could read that. I did just get confirmation from Brenton, the ops manager of California, that designs, according to him, are sent to the seller, and it's a seller's responsibility to send to the homeowner. All right, all right. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. We talked about what's going on in the industry there with Titan Renova SunPower. As I mentioned, today was going to be Tesla training, and that's been moved to next week, the day before our virtual master class. So that's all the updates, events, new updates, new promos, sales contests that I wanted to share, and a little bit of what's going on in the industry. At this time, I'll turn it over to any other leaders, Jarrett or Tom, what you want to share, and then we can transition to some open office hours Q&A session here for 15, 20 minutes. But any other topics, gentlemen, or anyone else in the chat wanted to discuss anything?
No, I mean, we recapped quite a bit, a lot of exciting things going on, not just in the industry, but definitely here at Powur. You know, obviously, how many people do we have on this call? 78, reps are on this call live. I don't know if 20 of them are AI note takers or not, but at least, we have like 60 people on this call. It is the time to take action, getting out there, posting on your social media, hitting up your homeowners, getting referrals. People are hurting right now. Newsflash, I mean, inflation is crushing everyone. If you're in certain markets, your electrical bill is as much as a car payment sometimes, if not more. I can't tell you how many of my last 3-4 presentations, people have $700 fucking bills, $700 bills, you guys. And they can literally get solar on their home with 110, 120% more power with backup battery, fully covered, no money out of pocket, no debt, with a 25-year warranty on the whole thing, and pay like half. Like on a $700 bill, their lease payment might be like $320, $340. With an escalator, it could be like $270. I'm saving people hundreds of thousands of dollars over a 25-year period. It is not a sales pitch. It is an IQ test, as someone once said, and it is so true. There is no reason whatsoever all of you guys should not have, 10 sales this month if you're putting in the work. These meetings are great. It gets us fired up. It gets us to come, see, our community, but we don't make any money. We don't make any sales on these calls. We make sales when we talk to homeowners. And the only thing you need to do is laser focus on generating electric bills. That's it. You want the secret sauce, ladies and gentlemen? Go get electric bills and talk to every person mention that you do solar, right? Put it in your vocabulary, like just every time. Your lexicon is that I help homeowners save thousands of dollars a year by switching over to solar, and I'd be happy to give you a free quote. That's it. That's it. So keep it simple.
Great. I had a question.
What's up, Skip?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, it was in regards to the Home Depot program and the all-in program. So I had sent in, all my information, but I hadn't got a response back for it was like over a month. I was wondering if there's any way we could expedite that.
Who'd you send it to?
The
Which
form.
one? On the all-in program or on the Home Depot program? Which one? Are two different things.
Well, yeah, so both. So I had sent in all my information for the all-in, but I didn't get any traction back, and then also for the retail program as well. So I was wondering if there was any direct contact for that.
What you would want to do is follow up with support@powur.com. That's what I would recommend. And just say, hey, I sent in this information on these dates, and I have not heard a response. Can I get a follow-up? And support A lot of top heads, they all see those emails. You'll end up getting a response.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. You got it. Jared, what's
it
up?
over to Jarrett here. But so yesterday I was on Facebook and I saw somebody post a PG&E bill for a group that I know Jarrett is in because I've seen him comment on other people's posts before. But this person's electric bill was over $1,000 a month. And there was yesterday there was 530 comments on it. And I was like, I know Jarrett's someplace commenting on this person's post here. But Jarrett.
Yeah, so we were talking about Hype Hills. So I have one that's about to come in, and I've already got a copy of the PG&E bill. So it's a big mansion down in LA area. He's the owner of some hotels there in Anaheim, and his bill is $3,400.
Holy cow.
It's the biggest bill I've ever seen. I think his average is going to be about $3,000 to $4,000. He just likes having everything on. So we're going through the process and getting him inputted in. We're going to be working on that one for him. But yeah, I was just shocked. I was like, that's by far. I mean, I've seen commercial bills like that, but I've never seen a residential bill that big. The average I've closed is about $1,100. So I've done $1,100 homes, but yeah, this is a big house, big property. It's insane. But think about that. I talked to him and I'm like, look, this is going to go up, 10, 15%. They can just keep rising it. And you're going to be paying now $5,000, $6,000 to $7,000 average bill. So yes, not a meth lab. He's just a big house. So
meth doesn't take that much energy to cook. It's growing weed. Not that I know, but so no, they're out there, you guys. They are out there. These big bills. They are out there. And that's another thing. It's on these big houses, you really want to take white glove service to it. Partner with a good enterprise, account, self-installer, one that you trust. We also have tremendous install partners in Southern California, Gaiu Construction. They have 1,100 five-star reviews on Google, 1,100, and lean into those reviews. When you're talking to someone who has, a 7,000 square foot house with, custom roof and everything, they're going to want the best of the best. And they're also not going to be chintzying out and trying to go for the cheap. None of the contractors that did the work on their home, they didn't go with the cheapest ones. They may not have went with the most expensive ones, but they went up there because people like to brag. And people who have those types of big homes, they also want to brag about their badass solar system. So do not get scared off by, a big, massive system. Even with the price tag of whatever it is, because ultimately they're making the payment anyways. Remember this. If they have a $700 a month bill, that's $8,400 a year that they are giving to the utility. $8,400 a year. And that's this year. Next year, it's going to be $9,000. A couple of years, it's going to be $10,000. They're just throwing away money rather than reinvesting it back into their home and renewable energy. So take that type of passion, energy out into the field with you, and let's make it happen.
I have a question, if I may.
Yeah, of course, Carlos, anytime. What you got?
I think that was somebody else that chimed in, but I have a customer that I've actually been working on about a couple of weeks. He has a major concern with Solar Edge and stock dropping $300 million.
Okay. Some Enphase.
Yeah, I pitched that to him. He doesn't want microinverters. Trust me, that was the first.
Tesla.
Yeah, some Tesla.
Well,
you don't want the battery. So I'm trying to, and our power bills out in this area aren't as high as you guys are out in California. So when you throw batteries in it, it's not as cost effective. Now I pitched that as well because I've been pushing that Tesla Powerwall 3 big time.
Carlos, the other thing that you could also do, Carlos, is tell him about our Power Care extended warranty, right? Because that's not just, if Solar Edge, if something happened to them, we would cover them. We would extend that warranty if the company was to go out. Jonathan, you want to add something as well?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I'll always go into, I hear your concern. What about that concern gives you worry? Oh, what if they go out of business? So always uncover that concern. And then you can always use the method like, I understand your concern. Others have felt the same way. What they found is that the SolarEdge and Enphase are the two largest inverter brands in the entire industry over 20 years. They've got the most out there. Can you agree that Amazon stock has tanked? Apple stock has tanked. Tesla stock has tanked. Do you still believe in those companies? Are they still around? And then move into also what Jarrett said is, the Powur Care warranty, our sustainability, putting money aside to a separate company, Powur Care LLC. We put warranty reserves in every project, and we hold funds in order to honor those. So you have both parties going to be protecting you. So those are just a few bullet points that I would bring up, Carlos.
Yeah. And there's also, when you talk about stocks aren't always a metric. I mean, other than NVIDIA, like what stocks are doing good right now? Yeah. Like look at all companies' stocks over, since 2020. No one's stocks are doing all that great.
Stocks are doing pretty good right now.
I just want to
they're
hear
down from where they were.
I just want to hear your guys' input on it and how you would attack it. I mean, you brought up a couple of things I haven't really thought of, and then some of those I've already brought up myself, like the Powur Care. Also brought up the fact that, Powur vets their vendors very strongly, and they wouldn't still be partnering with them if they thought they were going to be going out of business.
So what Jonathan said of uncover what's underneath that concern and then address that concern and then move forward.
And one last question I have, Carlos, is you said that they don't want microinverters. What is their concern with microinverters?
He really won't give me a straight answer when I ask him that, because every other option he's having, it's an optimizer system, which is pretty much a hybrid microinverters type deal anyway. So he really wouldn't address that and couldn't give me an honest answer of why he wouldn't go that route. So I've been really trying to pull him, and he hasn't said no yet. So I still got his interest. So, I think I'm doing a really good job with him. He was very difficult from the day one, but I've kept his interest peaked at all times. And like I said, he hasn't told me no.
Sure.
So until he tells me no, he's going to keep hearing from me.
Attaboy. All right.
All right, y'all. Well, we're 5 minutes away from the top of the hour. Appreciate everyone being here. Hopefully you enjoyed today's training. Again, tomorrow, next week, is going to be Tesla and Masterclass. So put those in your calendar. If you need to hop off for now, feel free. But I think we're going to continue to do a little bit of open office hours Q&A session here for the next 5-10 minutes.
You got it. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this week's recording. Thank you, everybody, for coming. But if you want to stick around for office hours, a few minutes, feel free to do so. Until then, next time, we will see you guys next week. Tesla will come on and probably talk shit about SolarEdge and about how they're way better anyways. All right. See you guys next week. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning into this episode. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. You can also follow me on the socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. All those links will be listed below. Now, if you're looking to get started on the path to selling solar virtually, look no further than Powur. Powur is a decentralized solar platform that gives you the ability to sell 100% virtually in 25 plus states and growing. Their platform gives you the advantage to offer your clients a variety of different panels, inverters, roofs, batteries, and even EV chargers. Brands include Enphase, SolarEdge, Tesla, Franklin, and Span Smart Panels. Powur offers multiple zero-down financing options, including loans, PPAs, and leases. And with their revolutionary cost of goods sold model, 5 different streams of income, and world-class training, there is nothing else like it in the solar industry. If you're looking to get started, go to powur.com. That's POWUR.com/virtual solar pro/join and start selling solar virtually today.